Hey guys, so welcome back to Audio Games tutorial. Today, I'm not sure this video will be final part or the second final because right now I only figured a few bosses to defeat, and then when I go kill Dracula I only got like 93 or 94% game completion. So if you guys have any if you guys know anything else I should do after defeating these bosses that I will do after this, kindly leave it in the comment and I'll probably do a final video. Maybe, I don't know, we'll see. So the only few bosses I discovered is there are few in dungeons, and then the headless armor and the bloodstorm and the demon that lives inside a dragon heart. So let's
Hell Hunter, Damned Soul, new load game. You have reached Castle, last stairway.
So this is where we last off. I'm gonna go back down here.
To the throne room, to the courtyard.
I will not enter the throne room yet.
Elyon can see the courtyard from here. In case he wants to leave the castle, he can use the bat relic and fly toward the courtyard. Aluk. You have reached to the main hall, to outside Dracula's castle.
So first of all, I'm gonna go to the stronghold to defeat the headless
You
armor.
have reached meeting point. You saved the game. To Dracula's car, to the Forgotten One's prison, to the mansion, to the Chaos Tower, to the lake stronghold. You have reached Strong Breach, to the stronghold entrance. You have reached Stronghold, south.
Alright, so basically, here are the tricky thing. You got to find 4 notes in this area. One is at the north center area, which after you get out from the vampire room, and one more is inside the vampire room. Another one is at northwest corner, and the last one is at northeast corner. That is the clue
To the lake, northwest, east, north exit.
for you to how to solve this puzzle. So basically, there are 2 cranks that you have to turn. I think one is
You have
clockwise and
reached
one is counterclockwise.
Stronghold, center, weapons, shield, metal, southwest, metal joints.
The note is inside this metal joint.
As Elyon further checks the joints, he notices a piece of paper stuck among them. It looks like a note. It says, "If the brothers will be greedy, then they will go out with nothing in their hands." Shields, metal joints, southwest, southeast, northeast, northwest, north exit, east exit, west exit.
I think the door is right here. The one that we're supposed to open.
You have north stronghold. Elyon can't open the
This is the door that we're supposed to open.
east exit, one-way passage, northeast lever,
The lever is already pulled.
cursed blade. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, north exit, northeast lever, cabinet. Elyon opens the cabinet. There are a few chalices and dishes inside. It must be economical, owning an army which doesn't have primary needs like eating and sleeping. There's also a drawer. Elyon opens it. Among some cutlery, there's a note written on a piece of paper which says, "The little brother decided to choose the left path. He lost his head.
And yeah, this is a note that you need.
Cursed blade. The battle begins." The battle ends. Elyon, northeast cabinet, north egg cabinet. There's also a north egg, east egg, north Elyon, east one, east egg.
I'm gonna go to the northeast corner for another note. Or maybe I will go
You have
north.
reached south, west egg, east egg, north exit.
This is the room where we killed the vampire last time. On part 4 I think, or part 3, or I forgot.
You have reached save use bottle, bookshelf, metal desk, metal grate, narrow passage, desk. On the desk there's a pile on metal scraps, every shape and size, every shape bookshelf. Among the books, Elyon notices a piece of paper. There's a note inside it. The big brother chose the path to the right instead. He found the power. Bottle. Saving south exit.
And another note is at northeast corner.
You have reached south, west, east exit.
I'm gonna go east.
You have north stronghold.
And this is where,
east.
if I go north, that is the location that we took the Shadow Bane.
West exit. North, southwest living armor. The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, north, west, northwest, southwest, lever, living armor. The battle begins. The battle ends. At north, west, lever, table. There's a book on it. The book seems dusty. Elyon opens the book. He notices a piece of paper inside the book. It's a note which says, "The two brothers got stuck inside the cage. In order to escape, they had to do something. Otherwise, they would have been stuck forever. North exit, west exit, northwest, southwest exit, lever, table, northwest exit."
Now we're gonna start experimenting with those crank until we can open up the door to
You have reached south, west, east, north exit.
into the place where the head armor is at. Headless armor is at.
You have used stronghold, narrow, south exit.
Let's save the game.
You have south, stronghold.
Now let's go.
You have reached to the left, northwest, east exit.
Let's go east. And then we turn the crank on here.
You have cursed blade. The battle begins.
So guys,
The battle ends.
I'm thinking to make
Elyon
a playthrough of a Hero's Call after I completed this one.
South exit, north crank. The crank has been turned counterclockwise.
Since it is now
Will
freeware,
Elyon turn it clockwise? Elyon turns the crank clockwise. He hears a mechanism moving, and also the sound of some door that locks. Northwest crank, northeast, south, a cursed blade.
Ah, no.
The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, south exit.
I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna try to open that door if it works.
You have to the lake. Strong east to the lake. The entrance door. Northeast north exit. You have south stronghouse west exit.
I'm gonna come west. And try to open this.
You have north stronghold. The mechanism is not interfering. Elyon unlocks the door. East exit.
Okay, now I should go back east and go save the game before I get in there.
You have south, west, east, north exit.
I mean, I do like the puzzle in this game.
You have reached south exit.
Where the puzzle that we have to chase the imp, although it is a little bit of annoying, but it was an
You have
interesting
reached
concept.
strong south exit, west exit. You have north stronghold.
Here we go. A headless armor.
The room is wide. The structure is circular, and on the walls there are shelves all around. Inside them there's lots of decapitated heads. They are preserved inside glass containers with the help of a transparent liquid. On the other side there's a giant armor that emanates a creepy aura. Elyon thinks of having already heard some story about a similar living armor.
So this is one of the creatures
You
that
have reached stronghold
the metal guy
northwest.
in Dracula's castle tell us to kill.
Shelves. All those heads. Some of them still have their eyes opened. It seems like they stare at Elyon with their vacuous gaze. All those heads. Some of them still have their eyes opened. It seems like they stare at Elyon with their vacuous gaze. They still have the expression they had when they died. He can even recognize a few of the owners of those heads. Floor. The floor's color is red. It must have been soaked in blood so many times, to the point of changing color. Dullahan. Floor. The floor's color. Southeast. Dullahan.
Here we go.
That living armor. As expected, that armor is Dullahan. A legendary armor that, after losing its head, started to search for it non-stop. When Dullahan meets a humanoid, its first impulse is to behead it and check if that's its head. All its victims' heads are in this room. The next one is in front of it.
No.
Dullahan wields its cursed sword. The screams of the victims can be heard each time it swings the blade. The other arm holds a massive tower shield. Elyon didn't expect the vampire would own such an impressive collection of powerful living armor. This one in particular is extremely dangerous.
Yeah.
Now he must fight.
He is very dangerous, yep.
The battle begins. Elyon is getting weaker. Less than 50% life points. Less than 50% life points.
Oh no!
Elyon is defeated. Seems like this is the end.
I forgot.
Press the left arrow to load the south exit.
Never mind.
You have south stronghold west.
Never mind. It is a game, so we should.
You have north strong.
So sometimes we have to lose, and sometimes we can win.
The room is wide. The structure is circular.
Skip.
You have shell floor. The Dhampir. The battle begins. 100% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 50. Less than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is defeated.
Whoops.
Seems like this is the end.
So this thing
Press
does have
the left arrow to you have south.
I'm quite confused with the one with that weakness, because I thought the sound is at the left center, but
you have south stronghold east west exit.
It was on the left.
You have no. The room is wide. The structure is circular.
I don't know how much time
you have reached the Dhampir. The battle begins.
Wait, what?
Elyon is defeated. Seems like this is the end. Press the left arrow to you south exit.
What is this, guys?
You have south stronghold. You north. The room is wide. The structure is circular. You have shelved strong the floors duller. The battle begins. Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is getting weaker. 75% life points. Elyon is getting weaker.
No.
Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is getting weaker. More than 75%. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is defeated.
Really?
Seems like this is the end. Press the left arrow to load the You have south strong.
Okay, now I got the pattern.
You have south strong west.
But still, I'm having the problem to dodge the deadly
north
one, which will weaken you.
The room is wide. The structure is circular. You have reached shell. Floor. The floor. Dullahan. The battle. 100% less than 50%, less than 10% life points. Elyon is getting weaker.
You see, I always thought that it's on the left, but it's not.
More than 75% life points.
Ay.
10% life points.
I miscounting. 3, 4.
More than 75% life points.
3, 4, 5. Stop.
Elyon is getting weaker.
3, 1.
Elyon is getting weaker.
Yeah.
Elyon is getting weaker.
1,
50% life points. 75% life points. Elyon is getting weaker.
2, 3, 4, 5.
Elyon is getting weaker.
Wait, really?
100% life points. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points.
No.
Elyon is getting weaker. Less than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Elyon is getting weaker. Less than 50% life points. Elyon is getting weaker.
Wait, really?
Elyon is getting weaker. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 2,000 experience points. Press control. Dullahan lets the sword and shield fall. Then it falls to the ground and crumbles. A horde of souls comes out from the sword. As they disappear through the ceiling, they keep screaming until no other soul is trapped anymore. At last, from the armor, one dark soul comes out. Among moans and screams, it disappears as well. The armor disintegrates, but that's not the case for the shield and the sword. While the shield is oversized, the sword shrank after the souls abandoned it. Now he can wield it. That's a legendary sword as well. It's the Soul Eater, a cursed blade which steals the soul of whoever gets hit by its blade. Elyon can use this sword as well. Each time he hits an enemy in battle, every single slash will grant him a tiny amount of life. The sword can be used only while in dhampir shape.
Sound very interesting, huh?
You opened the inventory page. 42. You're back. Southwest, southeast floor. West exit.
Alright, I don't know if I got enough blood vials for the next bosses, but I'll try.
You have reached northeast, one way. Northeast lever. North egg cursed blade.
No.
The battle begins. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon, north east exit. You have south. You have to the lake, strong east exit. You no cursed blade. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. 100% life points.
Somehow at Tancrado, I think in other shape the sword still working.
The battle ends.
I don't know if it's a bug or it's on
Elyon,
purpose.
south exit, northeast, north crank. Elyon turns the crank counterclockwise. He hears a mechanism moving, and also the sound of some northwest, northeast, south exit.
Right, we have to open back the entrance door.
You have to the lake, strong.
Bye.
You have breached stronghold to outs to the two.
have to go. We have to go to the second boss.
You have used meeting to the mansion.
Here.
You have to mansion to the waiting room.
I'm gonna go back to the stage where we fight those Elyons.
You have east mansion south exit. Elyon returned inside that hall, but he didn't expect to see that thing on the stage. There's a storm of bloody ash which swirls furiously. At the center of it, there's a shapeless pulp of dense blood. Elyon can hear many voices coming from it. You have reached a mansion. Elyon jumped onto the stage. He's already inside the storm. Now he can distinguish the voices. They are 10 in total, and without a doubt, they belong to the dead vampires. Their voices are enraged. Still, they are confused as well. Elyon doesn't think that they became such a thing on purpose. There must be something greater which has possessed their ash corpses. It's not the time for thinking anyway. Elyon can feel the pressure from inside, as if his blood wants to come out from his body and join that bloody storm. Actually, it's difficult for him, even just to keep his blood vials intact. If he's going to fight that thing, then there's a risk that he could waste part of the blood inside the vials each time he attempts to use them.
So that's mean.
But
No, I hate this.
Elyon is getting weaker. The enemy is getting faster. 75% life points. Percent life points. The enemy is getting faster. Less than 75% life. The enemy is getting... Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is getting weaker. Elyon is getting weaker. More than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 4,500 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press Control to continue.
So the thing I wanted to say just now is when you heal using Blood Vial, the boss will take some of your blood as well, so don't use Blood Vial too much. That's why I prefer to kill the Headless Armor first before I kill this, because the Headless Armor does give us the sword, which will give us a tiny amount of health, and it is very very helpful in this fight.
A soul abandons the mass and disappears somewhere. That was the actual enemy. The blood and the ash is melting. Nothing else comes out of there. The souls of the vampires departed a long time ago. After all, Elyon can't hear the voice of the vampires with his power, touching their ash. Their voices were just lingering wills. A being which feeds off blood and lingering thoughts. Sometimes Elyon hears about myths of every kind. Most of them are not worthy of attention. But one of them seems to match this. A mind, along with the soul, forged the concept of a demon, a powerful one indeed. Its existence was yet to be defined. His name was Bloody Storm. The destiny has been cruel to him, and not everything is destined to exist, let alone live. Those types of existences can't survive very long without a context. But his will was strong enough to travel along the boundaries of the sea of potential. A lingering will as well, in other words. For the sake of continuing to exist, it became something very different from the beginning. Elyon doesn't think that it's worth existing in such a way. When the blood and the ash completely disappear, they reveal an object on the stage. It's a key. Elyon wonders if that key was in the possession of one of the vampires. In that case, it must have been here all this time, buried under the mass of bloody ash. Anyway, he picks one seal key.
Okay, this key is for the catacombs, but I don't know, but the monster in that room is kind of irritating.
To the waiting room.
I don't know if there is a...
You have reached mansion, east exit.
If there's a boss inside the...
To the external stair.
Catacombs. I mean inside the sealed door, but I will just kill the outside one.
You have reached mansion to outside the
Dracula's castle and kill the dragon and kill Dracula's, and I think I'll end this here unless if someone have any suggestion.
You have you meet to Dracula's to Dracula's castle, to the lakes, to the catacombs of oblivion. You have downward. You have
descending. Please wait.
You have saved you cat downward.
And also, I think I'm gonna get some blood vials from the blood
You have
skeleton.
Swarm of hellish locusts. The battle The battle ends. Downward.
Yeah, I got one. Thank you.
You have narrow catacomb.
Go into a narrow passage where we take the vampire
You have reached catacombs. 500 feet below ground. Blood skeleton.
So let's get
the battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon gains 10 experience points. Elyon gets blood corpse. Elyon uses his power and touches the corpse. This guy was a vampire hunter. He wanted to get some rare relic during his journey, but clearly underestimated the strength of those skeletons. Elyon uses his power and touches the corpse. This guy was a vampire hunter. He wanted to get some rare relic during his journey, but clearly underestimated the strength of those skeletons. He perished under their barrage of mighty blows. Blood skeleton. The battle begins. Less than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon, blood skeleton. The battle begins. Less than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. Less than 50% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains turn. Pedestal. Upward. Blood skeleton. Corpse. Blood. Pedestal. Upward. You have narrow category downward.
We're gonna go down.
Elyon can see webs everywhere. Even the ground is partially covered with them. One side hosts plenty of poisonous spiders which are human-sized. On the other side, there are swarms of huge flies. These monsters are way more dangerous than the previous ones. Elyon knows that he has no need to proceed further for the sake of the mission, and probably all that lies beyond this point should stay uncharted. You have downward catacombs.
So if I go down,
400 feet below
I will
ground.
got ambushed by a spider.
On the other side of the area, among spiders and flies, there's a huge opening which leads below. Elyon gets closer and takes a look. There are webs even below, and... Watch out! Elyon immediately jumps backward. An instant later, a huge spider emerges from below and dashes on the spot in which Elyon was before. All the other spiders and flies try to stay distant as much as possible. Not one of them would even dare to steal the prey of that huge spider. It's too late to escape. Elyon prepares for the worst. The battle begins. Elyon is getting weaker. More than 75% life points. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is getting weaker.
No, I don't remember how much.
More than 75. More than 70. Elyon is poisoned. Getting weaker. More than 75% life points. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. The battle ends. Elyon gains 1,500 experience points. Elyon gets blood vial. Press control. Corpse. Downward. Upward.
I'm gonna go back up and save and go downward for another boss.
Narrow path. Down. Cat. Upward.
There should be another saving point though under...
You have reached swarm of hellish locusts. The battle. The battle ends. Elyon, downward, dry, down, upward. You have used the catacombs. You opened the inventory page. 42. You're back.
Alright, 42 blood vials. Seems enough.
You have swarm of hellish locusts. The battle. The battle ends. Elyon, downward. You have narrow catacombs.
Go downward.
You downward.
Go downward.
In order to proceed further, Elyon morphs into a bat and flies down into the void. Meters and meters of total darkness. Only the echo of the bat allows him to proceed safely. When even the last threads of web disappear from his sight, the path becomes visible. Elyon lands and proceeds by foot. The whole descent was very long. The path leads to a sort of valley in which mummies and dried bodies wander without a destination. Mummies emit a toxic gas, and their colour is slightly different from the ones he's used to seeing. The other monsters still have a noose attached to their neck. From their mouth drools a very corrosive acid. At the bottom of this place, Elyon feels a very powerful presence. You have cave-in, catacomb, upward, Abaddon. A humanoid being is sat on a pile of dry corpses. He's wearing evening garb, but his head resembles one of a locust. As Elyon gets closer, that creature stands up. With a simple gesture of his arm, the whole endless swarm of hellish locusts surrounds them, creating a dome which amplifies the noise and blocks any escape route. After seeing that, Elyon has no more doubts. He heard about him. Even some human heard that name at least once. The entity which stands before Elyon is Abaddon, the bringer of ruin and destruction. Many sources offer different interpretations and representations of him, but what Elyon can see is a powerful demon who can control an immense army of hellish locusts. Abaddon emits a gurgling noise. The locusts start to attack Elyon from every direction. It's difficult to even attack him for Elyon, since he also has to deal with such an army at the same time. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. The enemy is getting faster. Less than 50% life points. Less than 25% life points. Less than 75% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. The enemy is getting faster. Less than 50% life points. Less than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 3,000 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press Control to continue. Abaddon's body turns into a swarm of black locusts. They scatter everywhere, along with the rest of his army. In a few seconds, they all disappear. Now there's an eerie silence instead, interrupted only from the steps and the moans of the wandering humanoids which populate the valley. Elyon is not even sure he's killed him. Surely ruin and destruction won't cease just because he won a battle. Anyway, if those catacombs host a guest like him, then Elyon cannot even imagine what will await him if he dares to descend even further.
Okay, now I don't know what should I press.
Cave in.
Okay.
Ceiling. Cave upward.
Let me go up and stay first. Because we have another boss waiting for us.
You have downward. Upward. You have narrow catacomb. Upward.
Wait, while we are here, let's...
You open catacombs. 342. You up your back. Swarm of hellish locusts. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon, downward, upward.
I'm gonna get some blood vial first before...
You down cat.
Yeah, safe game.
You have swarm of hellish locusts. The battle. The battle ends. Elyon, downward.
Right. Now I'm gonna fight the last boss in here, which is the skeleton dragon.
You have narrow catacomb. Upward, down. You have downward. Cave it. Upward, cave. Elyon, in mist form, passes through the tiny openings of the blocked path, and then he can proceed as a dhampir. The more he descends, the more Elyon has the sensation that he's travelling towards the depths of the planet, towards the depths of darkness. After a while, even the candles disappear. Now he's lonely in the void, and marches towards the unknown. That reminds him of his travel in the caves of the abyss, in which his sight was useless. Perhaps that experience is the reason why he can still proceed further without losing his sanity. After a long walk, Elyon can see a blue light in the distance. He gets closer, and there's a wide space. Before him there's a huge graveyard of gigantic bones. Elyon can't recognize all of them, but mostly they belong to legendary creatures like dragons and similar beings. The light comes from some monolith. Magical runes are carved on them. They are the source of the light. But those constructs are used to guard a place, so Elyon will probably be attacked by them. Their light reveals the presence of some giant creature. They are flesh golems. Their body is formed by pieces of composite flesh. They notice Elyon. There's another source of light in the distance. They are still runes, but they are huge and emit a strong light. They are carved on a colossal skeleton. Unfortunately, it still moves, and it radiates an immense power. Elyon is very concerned by that. His resolve actually wavers a bit. You have reached catacombs, 700 feet below ground. Sealed door. There's a door. But if Elyon gets closer, that colossal skeleton will notice him for sure. Upward. Elyon got much too close. The colossal skeleton noticed him. Now he can see the skeleton properly. That is the skeleton of an ancient dragon. Also, the fact that he can still move and the runes carved on him lead to only one conclusion. Elyon just met a Draculich. Dragons are clever creatures. They can even decide to sell their soul for an immortal body. In this case, the phylactery is not hidden. All the runes on his body are the phylactery. The Draculich charges his breath. A few moments later, he emits a roar so powerful that the air displacement generates a storm, which turns into a storm of bones. Elyon immediately hides below a huge skeleton nearby and avoids the storm. Elyon doesn't know how much longer he can last against such a monster.
So when
he must destroy his runes as fast as he can. The battle begins. More than 75% life. More than 75% life. More than 75% life.
So I have to turn to the mist form. I have to turn to mist form and then it will keep dodging the bone. Now I'm staying in mist. I have to press shift 3 times after I heard the deadly attack. So I'm gonna wait first.
Less than 50% life points.
Alright, now I cannot dodge anything, so I'm gonna stay like this.
More than 75% life points.
Yeah. Attack, come attack me.
More than 75%. Less than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. Less than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points.
I don't know until when I have to resist. Less than 50% life points. Less than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon gains 6,000 experience points. Elyon increases his experience level. Press Control to continue. When the last rune is destroyed, an immense blast of blue light fills the whole area. The noise is deafening. After it ends, Elyon can't see the Draculich anymore. There's no need to bother the Grim Reaper for a soulless body. Not even that of such a majestic beast. Sealed door, skull. Sealed door, skull. Not a simple skull. Sealed upward. Alright, I think I'll kill the last boss, which is the dragon in the Dracula castle, and I'm gonna kill Dracula and I'm gonna end the video.
You have cave in. Catach upward. You have downward. Upward. You open catacombs. 327. Your back. Narrow pass downward. Upward.
I used quite a lot, but felt like
You have swarm of hellish locusts. The battle. Less than 50%. The battle ends. Elyon, downward, up. Down, up. Down, upward. You have downward catacomb school.
Oops.
The battle begins. The battle ends. Elyon, candles downward to outside. You have used meat to drag to the Dracula,
Casher.
You have to the main castle, to the main hall. You have magic castle.
It's magic portal, not magic castle, right?
You have reached to the east platform. You have edge Hurricane's core. Elyon, press the left arrow to use the wolf red. Elyon, with the help of the soul of wolf, Elyon's speed. You have down. You have used poisonous swamp to poisonous swamp too. You have to poisonous. You to poisonous. You have to poison it. Phlegius. Boat. You have reached Blazing Fortress, south. You saved the gate to poisonous. Wooden great door. A wooden great door blocks the passage in the wall. Elyon needs the help of a relic to pass through it. Which relic should Elyon use? Press the left arrow to use the wolf relic and break through the wooden great door.
Yeah, sure.
Press the right arrow to use the mist relic and pass through it. Elyon morphs into a wolf and, after a long rush, he rams the door.
Yeah. Boom.
Elyon breaks the door. The wood wasn't resistant enough. He enters the next room and turns back into a dhampir. In this part of the fortress there's a wide corner in which there's a lava fall, which fills with lava a huge lake, of which it's impossible to determine the depth. From it, a group of three-headed lava worms comes out. They spit lava from all their three heads at the same time. Around the zone there's also some Afriti, flaming devils which wield various types of weapons. They also have control of fire magic. They fly without the help of wings. That's just their raw magic power. Elyon returns here. He hears the noise of a blast coming from the depth of the lava lake. That was sudden. The lava on the surface churns and keeps churning without ever stopping. What the hell is happening? You have reached Blazing Fortress, southwest, narrow passage, east exit, three-headed lava worms. The battle. More than 7. than 75% life points. The battle ends. Elyon, narrow pass east magma. When the lava comes out of the lake, then that lava becomes magma, like those pieces scattered around its perimeter. When lava lake. When Elyon gets closer to check, a gigantic column of lava emerges from the lake. When the lava falls back into the lake, the column reveals a tremendous beast. In front of Elyon, there's an ancient red dragon. This one in particular has demonic traits on his body. The horns are longer and have a different shape. From the fangs and the claws, it drips a dark acid. Finally, that dark green mist which emanates from his whole body. He asks Elyon with a crazy voice where the key is. But since he doesn't know what the dragon is talking about, Elyon is immediately attacked. His movements are not natural. His breath is made of dark flames. Elyon knows that he's fighting against a scary opponent. The battle begins. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. No. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned.
Really?
Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. The enemy is getting stronger. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned.
Ay, ay, ay.
Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. More than 75% life points. Elyon is 100% life points. Elyon is poisoned. 100% life points. The enemy is getting less than 75%. The enemy is getting strong. Elyon is poisoned.
No! Ay, ay.
Looks like this is the end.
No.
Press the left arrow to load the last. You have to poison blade wooden grate. Oh, press the left.
Alright, this dragon is irritating. Seriously irritating.
In this part of the fortress, there's a wide corner in which there's... Elyon returns here. He hears the noise of the three-headed lava worms. The battle ends. Elyon narrow east mag. The battle begins. Elyon is poisoned. 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 100% life points. Elyon is less poisoned. Than 75% life points. The enemy is getting stronger. Elyon is poisoned. 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 The enemy. Elyon is poisoned. The enemy. 100% Elyon is poisoned. Less than 50% life points. The enemy is getting strong. Elyon is poisoned. More than 75% life points. Elyon is poisoned. Elyon is poisoned. Battle ends. Elyon gains 4,000 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press Control to continue. The ancient red dragon suddenly died in a dark burst. Elyon didn't expect that. He's still recovering from the devastating impact when, from the black smoke, there immediately comes a powerful demon. Elyon barely dodges his barrage. The huge demon in front of him is a Balor. Seems like he was inside that dragon. He must be different, even among the other Balors. He's in search of a damned soul which escaped from the castle recently. Before that soul could incarnate inside a blood body and find the seal key. Elyon doesn't have an answer for a demon such as this and prepares to fight. The Balor starts to swing his flaming whip in his right hand and the electric sword in its left hand. Then he rushes toward Elyon like an elemental storm. The battle begins. Less than 50% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. Less than 50% life points. Less than 20.
When you hear it's about to cast the spell, you have to turn to reform to avoid it.
More than 75% life points. Less than 50% life points. Elyon gains 5,000 experience points. Elyon gets Blood Vial. Press Control to continue. Even the Balor explodes in a dark burst. The battle finally ends. Elyon took a lot of damage, but he can stand up and leave. Anyway, he wonders if the Balor was talking about the same soul that Alucard and Elyon saw escape from the mouth of that fallen angel. A soul that incarnates inside blood and is in search of a so-called seal key. If Elyon wants to find that soul, then he now has a clue.
No, the seal key is already with me.
Magma. East exit. Narrow passage. Elyon can see a narrow... Press the left arrow to use the bat relic. Elyon morphs into mist and flies through the narrow passage. Elyon enters the next room without any problem, so he turns back into a dhampir. You have reached Blazing Fortress, northwest. Flaming walls. Gate.
Now Dracula's time. Dracula's time.
You have used east west exit. You opened the inventory page. 11. You're back. North exit.
Oh. This sounds interesting. I'm running low on B5.
You have into the frozen. You have to the wreck all. You have to the fallen body. Narrow breach to the spine. You have reached to the rectum. Stray rib to the brain. You have to the fallen to the spine, to the marble gallery.
Yep. We walk on the ice and we get out.
You have Meta Castle. Meta Guy is here, at the top of Dracula's castle. Elyon wants to know how he managed to arrive here, but he replies that he just opened the entrance door and found himself there. He just wanted to take a look at the castle and, actually, he knew that he would meet Elyon. First of all, he congratulates him for his progress. Then he warns him that he's about to end his journey. Unless he's satisfied with it. There's still some secret quest and super boss to discover. Around the nation. Metaguy even tells Elyon that if he manages to defeat 3 super bosses in particular, then he will give Elyon a special reward.
I don't know why's one more.
Those 3 creatures are a monster which loves to collect heads,
Okay, this already
a
dead.
demon which lives inside the heart of a dragon,
This one dead too.
a thing that shouldn't even exist.
And I don't know about this one.
Metaguy wishes Elyon good luck on his hunt.
I don't know why's that last one. Right.
Floating eye, pendulum clocks, guardian. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. %100% life points. % life points. %100% life points. than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. Less than 75.
Wait, why I feel something strange about this guardian? Wait. Wait, this why?
Elyon Guardian. The battle begins. More than 75% life points. More than 75% life points. %100% life points.
You go away.
Elyon Gate to the last stairway. You have saving. You save to the Alucard when Elyon opens to the throne room. It took a lot of effort and time, but in the end, Elyon crossed that door. Once more he enters that throne room. Nothing has changed, almost as if he had never entered before. This time Alucard is with him. They stand before the Lord of Darkness. They meet his gaze. He meets their gaze. Just a few seconds passed, but it almost looked like they never ended. You open castle, throne room, 9, blood you're back. Alucard. Elyon can see the gaze of Alucard. Now he can tell for sure that he is not guided by hate. They are very different, after all. Elyon, chalice. In Dracula's hand there's a chalice with some human blood inside. In throne. Throne. The throne comes from a very ancient age, like its owner. The throne in Elyon door. Stained glass. The window has been repaired. It's still decorated with a gorgeous Gothic-style image. The Dracula door. This time Alucard closed the door instead of Elyon. This time Dracula. Dracula breaks the silence. He turns toward Elyon and, with a smug voice, he greets him, hoping that he won't break the glass again. This time he moved the castle to a place where there's no sea, so the landing wouldn't be very pleasant. This time Elyon won't react to that. Dracula notices it. After some time he comments that maybe this time it will be more entertaining.
Yep.
Then he talks to Alucard, asking him if this is the best he could find, after all this time, to fight against him. Alucard is just looking at him. Elyon asks him if he really doesn't have anything to say to his father, but he replies that they already said all that they had to say a long time ago. Yet he adds that Dracula is mocking them to exploit their weaknesses, and also to hide his agitation. Now that the time spell sealed him away from the castle, Dracula won't be able to draw energy from it, and so his full power will be restrained. Dracula gets up from the throne and puts the chalice away. Now they are ready to fight. Elyon and Alucard draw their swords. Dracula extends his claws.
The music is too loud. I don't like
Just swinging, they leave a crimson trail behind them. Alucard warns Elyon that his crimson claws are able to steal the blood which comes out from the wounds of his enemies. So Elyon must try his best to dodge his claws while attacking Dracula, or Dracula will heal himself. The battle begins. Elyon gets blood vial. Press control to continue.
So, this next battle, basically there was okay, I will explain it after. I mean, during I fighting against it. Now,
Together, Elyon and Alucard are prevailing against Dracula. Alucard tells Elyon to not let his guard down. Now comes the hard part. Dracula's eyes are glowing red. His voice becomes louder and deeper. His body is getting larger, larger, larger. The room's shape is bending, as if its shape is getting distorted. The room has been engulfed by another dimension. A space-time cage in which Dracula just entrapped them. That space is completely void, except for one platform in which Elyon and Alucard land. Elyon never saw Dracula fighting seriously like this time. Anyway, Alucard says that he's going to see the true aspect of Dracula, so he must be ready for that. Dracula finally appears. He's huge. He still has a humanoid body, but he is a vampire demon. His mantle turned into majestic and black bat wings. His claws are even sharper and greater. His body is surrounded by darkness, and bats come out from it. Dracula shouts at them, but they won't go anywhere. He swings his claws at them. They dodge it. The crimson trail is even bigger. There's more. It's persistent. The trail is still there, and after some seconds, it explodes like a bubble of blood. Dodging will be difficult in such limited space, even if Dracula is slightly slower. His strength is considerably increased. Alucard has one last warning for Elyon. Even if Dracula cannot exploit their weaknesses anymore, he's still a master of illusion. Elyon must be alert to his attacks. Their direction could be distorted by his powers.
yeah, that's what I mean.
This is the very last battle. Use all your strength to defeat the Lord of Darkness.
Right now,
Battle begins.
we dash just like normal, and when you hear the laughing sound, you have to dodge from the direction that he launched an attack. So right now, I'm gonna press left arrow if it's come from the left. And right, down, right, right, oops, left, down, right, down, right, right. Now it's back to opposite. So left, down, left, down, right, left, right, down, right, left, right, down, left, right. So I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. I'm not good at explaining shooting.
More than 7.
So this time, Alucard is helping us.
Less than 7.
So I can just dodge.
Experience points. Press Control to continue.
So right now I'm gonna mute my mic and let you guys listen to the cutscene.
Elyon and Alucard defeat Dracula. Alucard is staring into the eyes of his father until the end. He won't say anything. Then Dracula dissolves into nothing. They return inside the throne room. Since Dracula has been sealed with the time spell, he will never reincarnate anymore. Alucard removes the spell on Dracula. Now the time rift inside which Dracula has been tossed finally repairs and closes completely. He does the same with the castle. Without its owner, its soul is just energy and darkness, which will inevitably follow the destiny of Dracula. When the second time rift closes, the castle starts to shake and crumble. Now it's just a mass of advanced junk. They quickly go outside and jump from the stairway. As they turn into bats, they fly above the height of the castle. Below them they see the castle of Dracula crumbling. They fly toward the moon and, when they are at a safe distance, they turn back into dhampirs and witness the castle until it's completely destroyed. They get closer to the ruins, illuminated only by the moon. They are watching the grave of Dracula in silence. After a while, Alucard says that his mission has been accomplished. They shake hands and praise each other's deeds. Alucard asks Elyon how he feels, now that his greatest hunt ever is finished. But not even Elyon knows that exactly. He wants to ask Alucard the same, but it's not the case. As Alucard mentioned before, the creatures of the night won't disappear. Besides, it's unpredictable what will happen to the world now that the Lord of Darkness has ceased to exist. How will the vampires behave now that they won't have to fear Dracula anymore? Elyon knows that the mission of watching over those changes will be up to him. Elyon asks Alucard what will he do from now on. He says that first of all, he has to return this time power that he borrowed from Galmoth. That is not a thing that mortals should ever own. Even this exception was not acceptable. When he finishes with that, Alucard says that he will return inside his coffin and start a long and deep slumber, waiting for the time in which the world will need his help again. Elyon is a bit disappointed. He hoped that they would have been able to cooperate further. Also, he asks him if now is not such a time. Alucard replies that the threats he's talking about don't have a physical shape or an ethereal one. Dracula was the embodiment of one of them. He also says that this probably won't be the last time they will meet. After a brief pause, Alucard has one last question for Elyon. He's looking into his eyes with a serious gaze, as if he wanted to test the weight of his soul. He asks Elyon, what exactly does he mean when he says that he hunts the creatures of the night? Elyon is not sure he understands the question. Alucard wants to know if he hunts all the creatures of the night. He replies that's correct. Then Alucard says that even dhampirs and witches are creatures of the night. So he wants to know if one day he will hunt Alucard, and finally even himself. Elyon hesitates for a moment, and then answers that there's no way that he would ever do such a thing. Alucard then has some advice for him. He says that a hunter is not a hunter because he hunts, but rather because he hunts something. Elyon should understand first of all what that something is. For example, even if he hunts the creatures of the night, Elyon defines himself as a vampire hunter. That could be a clue for his answer, according to Alucard. He also has a warning for him. He had decades of time to find his own true reason to kill his father, but Elyon may not have that much time to find his answer. So Alucard tells him that he should narrow his search. To do that, he needs to discover the bonds of his soul. In that way, the domain of all the possible answers will shrink, and his search will end sooner. Elyon thanks Alucard for this advice. He will keep that in mind. After saying that, Elyon and Alucard say goodbye and go their own ways. For Elyon, there's still a lot to do. Even Dracula was just a hunt, after all. You have completed the game at 93%. Continue to explore the world of Hellhunter to discover new secrets and adventures. Hellhunter, Damned Soul. Move among the options in the main menu with the left and right arrow keys. Then press Ctrl to select an option.
So yeah, like I said, 93%. I don't know what's left in the sealed door. I just don't like the monster inside there because they are just really hyper super annoying. And
Exit.
I think I'm gonna end this video right here, and if you guys have anything, you can just drop it in the comments. So, yep.